Hi, Cortland. How are you? Okay, so I guess we're ready to get started. This is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Flashpoint Fire Rescue. This is the digital adaptation of the popular board game. It's a cooperative game where players take on the role of firefighters, and you're trying to rescue so many people from this burning building. So there's a couple of ways to play. There's family and experienced. The family mode has less mechanics. There aren't any special rules or anything like that. The experienced adds more mechanics. For example, in the family game, all you have to do is drag someone outside of the building in order to save them. In the experienced mode, you have to drag them outside and have a gurney nearby. There's one gurney that you can move around the building, and you have to get the gurney to where that point of interest is in order to rescue them. And you're trying to rescue so many of these people before the building takes too much damage or before too many people die. People can die in the building if they are on a fire space. Regular spaces will turn to smoke and then turn to fire. There are some advanced mechanics in the experienced version where there are some explosive tiles to where if every turn a digital die is rolling, you can't see it. It's sort of behind the scenes, but somewhere this ember will land and something will happen. If it lands on smoke, it turns into fire. If it lands on empty space, it turns into smoke. If it lands on an explosive tile, then bad things can possibly happen, assuming that there's fire already there. Having an ember land on a fire space already will cause an explosion and will cause fire to spread to other tiles. It's a difficult game. I just want to warn you. It's a difficult game. So if you're easily frustrated, you may want to play the board game, because at least with the board game you can cheat a little bit. It's up to you if you want to cheat or not. It's your game. But if you're playing the board game, you may want to, if you're having a tough time with it, just don't roll for the fire every turn. The fire space, the new fire space, is rolled every single player turn. So if you find it too difficult for you, you can make the game extremely easy and just not roll for the fire. Maybe roll once every 2 or 3 turns as opposed to every single turn. It'll make more sense as you play it. But today we're just going to play the experienced game, House 1. Again, the experienced game has more mechanics to it and it's probably going to mess me up pretty good. I've only won this game a handful of times out of all the times I've played it. I have to rescue 7 people. And I can't lose 4 people, and I can't have 24 damage done to the house. So, let's have at it. Oh, great! This is wonderful. So there is a bit of RNG here. As you can see, there are 2 explosive things right here next to all this fire, so I need to put this out as quickly as possible. The explosive space over here doesn't seem to be too bad. So it looks like the fire truck. Okay, so there's a fire truck in the experienced version. In the fire truck, what you can do if you have, anyone can go into the fire truck and use the deck gun. But with the deck gun, imaginary dice will be rolled for the horizontal and vertical space that you're aiming at, and you can re-roll. But wherever the hose lands, that space lands, you'll knock out all the fire around it, so it's really powerful. The downside is that you can't use it when there's another firefighter within that zone. If you take a look at the board, there's 4 zones. Upper right, there's black dotted lines separating them here. In the upper left-hand corner, black dotted lines. Lower left, black dotted lines. So a firefighter cannot be in that zone when you're trying to use the deck gun. So it's a risk-reward kind of thing. Other things, these question marks, those are points of interest. We don't know if that's someone that needs saving or not. It could be an alarm clock. It could be something else. It could be a false alarm. So we have to land on them to figure out which they are. So as you can see, there's a lot of fire here to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put one of my people there. So for player 1, I'm going to choose, and I can choose different roles. There's the generalist. He gets 5 action points per turn instead of the normal 4. So he's just He doesn't really do anything good, except he just gets an extra action point, which is kind of useful in some situations. You've got the paramedic, who can revive unconscious survivors in the current cell. The firefighter gets free extinguish actions. In order to put out fire in this game, you have to spend action points. This firefighter, the CAFS firefighter, gets 3 free extinguish actions. Extinguishing fire turns it to smoke, and then extinguishing smoke gets rid of it. So in order to get rid of fire, you need 2 action points. One for the fire, one for the smoke. Next up is the fire captain. He can move other people around, which is kind of cool. The imaging technician can identify those question marks on the map by spending an action point. I find that to be extremely helpful, so that you're not wasting your time on stupid, out-of-the-way points of interest that may be a false alarm anyway. The driver operator, I think, is probably the best one in the game. Normally it takes like 4 action points to fire the deck gun. He can fire it for 2. So you can basically fire it twice, but only in the zone that you're currently at. In order to move the deck gun, you have to spend action points. There's the rescue specialist. 3 free movement action points. That could be helpful to get people in and out real quick. And then we've got the hazmat technician. Remove hazmat in the current cell from the board. If we're careful, we won't have to worry about that. Hi, Grim. How are you? Fallen Ishwa. Okay, so I think we're going to start with the CFS firefighter here, because there's all this fire here. So we need to put this out as quickly as possible. Where else are we going to spawn? We've got these little circling embers here, the little yellow circly thingies. Whenever, like I said, dice are rolled every turn, and wherever that lands, something will happen. If it's smoke, it'll turn to fire. If it lands on one of these embers, the digital dice are rolled again, and something happens somewhere else. So that's bad. You don't want dice landing here, or yeah, you don't want the fires landing here if at all possible. Where would I start though? There's points of interest here and here. I'm thinking I could maybe do the rescue specialist. Get in there and yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. The downside is that he pays double to extinguish fire and smoke. That's the only downside. So he's not very good at, or he or she is not very good at extinguishing fires, but he can move around, or he or she can move around very quickly. The paramedic is also kind of cool because, again, reviving... Normally you'd have to carry and drag people out of the building, but with the paramedic you don't have to do that. Treated survivors may move with a firefighter without being carried. But also the paramedic takes 2 action points to extinguish something. Again, that's a downside to this. So I can either do the paramedic or I can do the... I don't know. It takes two actions to drag someone as you're moving, so maybe the paramedic might be the way to go here. Alright, we'll do the paramedic. Fine. I do want the deck gun. Okay, so we've got... I'm going to go ahead and start the driver operator next to the deck gun, which makes sense. You want to make use of their abilities wherever possible. And lastly, there's some fire here that I don't like. I gotta figure out what I'd do with this. There's the... I don't have a generalist. I wouldn't mind having one of those. The image... Okay, we want the imaging technician, I think, so I want to go ahead and place him. And I think we are good. We don't have a hazmat guy to get rid of these hazmat tokens. My fear is that this is going to be a bad area down here. Just saying. I may want to move the fire truck over here and just start spraying pretty soon. But the downside is that I've got a firefighter already in that zone. So yeah, one thing I don't like in this game is that you cannot undo. So if you take an action, you can't undo it, which I don't like. But alright, let's go ahead and start the game. Again, we're probably going to lose. typically that happens in the experience game. But we're going to use our free actions to start extinguishing right away. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn this to smoke. That only costs 1 action point. Again, to get rid of fire, you have to spend 2. And that requires turning it to smoke, then turning the smoke into nothing. But right now we're just going to turn it to smoke and sort of control the fire a bit. So we're going to move to this location. And we're going to use another free action point to turn this to smoke. And we're going to move up there. We're going to use a free... Okay, one of our free ones to turn that to smoke. And turn that to smoke. Already, there was an explosion. So again, if that digital dice is rolled, if it lands on a fire, that will cause an explosion, like it just did. So in the upper right-hand corner, there's a damage meter. If the building takes too much damage, then game over. Survivors, if you have to rescue, I think, what was it, 7 or 6 or something? 7, I think. Too many people die, then game over. Okay, so I've got the paramedic. The downside is I don't know which are which. There's 2 points of interest. I should probably have used the imaging technician first. Let's come here. We're going to open this door. That costs an action point. And I'm going to save my... You can carry over actions from round to round. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to let my imaging technician identify these 2, and then I'll figure out which one I should go to. So I'm going to end my turn. Alright, not too bad there. Okay, so now we've got the driver operator. I'm going to go ahead and use my deck gun. 2 action points. Normally it would cost 4, but this guy can do it for 2. He's going to roll dice. Okay, now I'm going to re-roll horizontal here. There we go. And we're going to fire the deck gun. So basically it gets rid of fire in one space in each direction. So that was pretty good. The only other fire in this area is here. So I think we're okay with that. I'd really like to bring the fire truck down here and start extinguishing this cloud of smoke here. So I'm going to move it over here. But again, this firefighter has to get out of that area first. That landed on Ember. Ugh. That landed on Ember, so we got another free roll out of that, unfortunately. Okay, so now we've got the imaging technician. I'm going to go ahead and start identifying these points of interest here. Okay, so we want to rescue him. Alright, so there's either way. We want to rescue both of them. I don't know if there's any other points of interest or not. Call out. Alright, right there. Let's identify you. Oh, okay. So no false alarms here. Well, I guess I'll move in with my imaging technician. I only have 1 action point left after identifying all those people. Okay, so now we've got this firefighter again. We can start by getting rid of the smoke, but we've already got this guy with the deck gun here anyway. So I'm thinking we may want to move into this space to start extinguishing fire. Okay, let's do this. We're going to move here. We're going to open the door. We're going to move here. We're going to use... we can't use the deck gun. I don't have enough actions to keep going. Opening the door cost 1. So again, you cannot fire the deck gun while there's someone already here. So, again, there's no undo button, unfortunately. Alright, well, we're just going to have to start getting rid of as much as possible here. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of this completely. Okay, paramedic. This one over here doesn't seem too bad off. let's head here. And we're going to use our treat ability. And now he can move. Normally it would take 2 to carry. I don't have to worry about that. Lead. Okay, and now the gurney is actually right outside there, so that's good for us. Alright, driver. Can't use the deck gun there because he's in the way. I'd hate to move back over here. I mean, that was a lot of actions I wasted, but I may want to. Alright, let's do it. And we'll fire the deck gun. Hopefully it'll hit one of these areas here. That's not bad. Let's re-roll that, actually. Okay. That would get rid of that fire and that smoke. Now we can re-roll horizontal, though. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get it to land further out. Okay, it didn't. But we got rid of that smoke in that area, which isn't too bad. Alright, imaging technician. Is there any other points of interest? No, okay. I guess we just need to get in there and start extinguishing some of this. We'll move up. We're going to turn that to smoke. We're going to... We don't want to move onto a space with smoke. If fire happens on our location at the end of our turn, we'll have to be moved outside again. So I think I want to extinguish this before moving in. Alright, I guess if I do... I could probably save my... I can either move up, but I don't think that's a good idea. If I were to roll dice right now, and this were to explode, then these firefighters would be in bad shape. So I'm going to stay here. I could always get rid of this smoke if I wanted to. But again, it's sort of like in a harmless position. I don't think it's going to matter all that much. I'm going to save my action point for the next turn. Oof, nasty. Okay, so our firefighter is here. Again, I think what we're going to want to do is... This guy... Okay, so we've got our deck gun guy pointing a gun at this area. We're going to want to get rid of this centralized stuff as quickly as possible. I'm going to go ahead and turn this to smoke. I'm going to turn that to smoke. I'm just trying to stave this off as much as possible here. I'm going to turn that to smoke. And I can extinguish this. I think I'm going to do that. Alright, paramedic. Alright, so we're going to leave this person outside. Alright, 1 down. 6 to go. We're going to bring our paramedic back in here to get this guy. Ugh. New point of interest over there. Let's go ahead and use our driver operator to maybe put out some of these fires. Oh, crap. We have this guy. Oh, we can't. I keep forgetting about that stupid roll where you cannot have someone in the grid. So I can't use this deck gun over here. Alright. I'm going to actually come down here and try and put out as much of this smoke as possible. I have a feeling that this smoke, if this smoke turns into fire and explodes these 2 canisters, it's going to be a nightmare. So we need to control this. 2 action points to move. We don't like that. I'm going to re-roll horizontal and then re-roll vertical. Alright, we got rid of 2 smoke. That's not great. But again, there's dice involved there, so it's not like you can do a whole lot about it. I'm going to identify this point of interest over here. Okay, another person, so we need to save them. There's a door separating them, so they're safe for the time being. If this were to explode, the door would take the hit first and not the person behind it. So, with the imaging technician, let's get in there and get rid of some of this smoke. Although, there's this tile. I don't like that. If this explodes, we're in trouble. So, I can drag the hazmat out, but I don't think we need to do that. I'm just going to turn this into smoke. And we're going to move down one. And with our last action, I guess we'll just extinguish this smoke. See, that's also bad. We do not want all of this smoke next to this hazardous material here. Okay, let's start extinguishing more stuff. We can turn this to... I'm going to extinguish this. Again, I get 3 free extinguish actions with this firefighter. I'm going to move up here. And I'm going to turn this into smoke. And I've got 2 regular actions. I guess I could extinguish both of these and be done with it. Trying to keep the fire under control. Alright, not too bad. Paramedic, we want to rescue this guy over here. And lead. And we want to try and get outside. Ugh. Okay. Alright, operator. Let's go ahead and use our deck gun to maybe get rid of some of this smoke. That has... Okay, that was a bad roll there. Reroll vertical. Nice. If we use it here, that'll get rid of this smoke and this smoke, but I want to try and get rid of the ones closer to the hazardous material. Alright. Well, that didn't help much. Okay, I could do that one more time. Or I can move this... I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time and hope for the best. Alright, reroll vertical... No, horizontal. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. We want to keep that area clear. Ooh, okay. We're going to need some help over there for sure. Alright, imaging technician. What am I going to have you do? Well... I think putting the smoke out is going to be for the best. Just get rid of it. And he's not doing anything else right now. Like, there is this point of interest down here. I could maybe go to him, but that's going to take some time. As much as I'd want to remove the deck gun officer, whatever he's called, the driver operator, I don't want to remove him from this thing. I mean, he could go in here, drag him back out real quick, but I want to keep him on this deck gun to get rid of these fires as they pop up. So I might have the imaging technician go down there. It's going to take some doing, but what I could do is I could drag this thing outside and then go around the building and maybe get him. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so we're going to move that here. Good thing we got rid of that smoke. Alright, now we have this super firefighter. We should probably... Now, we can chop through walls if we need to. I may consider doing it, considering that getting to this other area of the building is going to be tough. The other option is maybe get to this character over here. Let's do that, actually. Let's... But see, with this firefighter, his primary objective is to extinguish. I'd hate to waste him on... You know what? It's possible that we'll get more smoke down here at some point, so maybe I'll have him rescue him. I could do that. This person here. This over here concerns me. There's a lot of smoke and fire in this particular room. Alright, this firefighter has their work cut out for them. Alright, yeah, let's do this. We have to rescue these people. Actually, let's do this. We're going to move here first. We're going to use our free extinguish action to get rid of this smoke. And then we're going to move down further. And that's it. We can't do anything else right now. There's no other extinguishing that we can do. We cannot extinguish these little swirling ember things. What do you mean you don't understand the fly around thingy? The thing that's flying around, it causes damage depending on where it lands. If it lands on a regular space, it turns into smoke. That's the game's way of advancing the difficulty and the danger. Every turn, it'll fly around, it'll land somewhere, and if it lands on an empty space, it turns into smoke. If it lands on smoke, it'll turn into fire. If it's like fire already, then an explosion will occur and more fire will spread. So we're trying to stop this fire from, you know, messing us up, so to speak. All right, let's move here. We're gonna extinguish, yeah. Do that. Oh, I'd hate to move on top of that smoke. That would be bad. If we step on this and this turns into fire, we're dead. Well, not dead, but this guy will die. The person we're trying to save will die, and my guy would be teleported out. All right, I'm gonna stay here. Actually, I'm gonna stay here and move through it next turn. All right, so end turn, and we can save our action points from turn to turn. Oof. The swirling ones. Whenever every turn when the dice are rolled and that thing is moving somewhere, if it lands on one of these spaces, it will happen again. The dice will be rolled again. So we do not want the game to land on these spaces because the fire will spread even more. Again, every turn, two dice are rolled, one for the vertical, one for the horizontal coordinates. If it lands on one of these things, these swirling things, it'll happen again. So that's bad. All right, driver operator. Out of everything that needs done, moving here would take 4 action points. Ugh, terrible. How about we move over here and possibly extinguish this, or like this is what needs to be extinguished over here, I think. All right, let's do this. We'll move the fire truck here. And we'll try and control this area. We'll see how that goes. Dice are gonna roll. Okay, nope, that was terrible. Reroll vertical. Reroll horizontal. Ah, terrible. I hate RNG sometimes. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, sometimes crap happens. Okay, imaging technician. We're going to move this hazmat outside, I think. Or maybe we should start extinguishing again. I'm tempted to put this down. Yeah, we're gonna release it. It's out of the way for the moment. It's in the corner. We're gonna move here and get rid of this. This game is tough, I will say that. Alright, so we want to extinguish this fire, or at least turn it to smoke. And we want to get to this person and drag them outside. Or, maybe, again, he's the guy that should be putting fires out. I'm thinking maybe I should keep him in this area and work on this middle part. I'm actually gonna favor that. All right, so we're gonna. Do I want to extinguish this completely? Let's do smoke. 1, 2, and then. All right, let's just put this out, and because we've got to rescue this guy down here at some point. Okay. Those embers, those are the worst. Okay, we're gonna lead this guy outside. Okay, now I think what we want to do is move the paramedic over here with the gurney so that he can carry this person out. But we need 4 action points to do it. It's 2 action points per move. So this would be 2, and then this would be 2. So we can move it here. It would be nice to know, though, where the next point of interest will pop up. Actually, you know what? There's a guy here. Let's go ahead and move it over here first. And we can either stay or ride with it. We're going to ride with it. And we've got 1 action point. I'm going to go ahead and... Now, this guy cannot extinguish for 1 action. He needs 2. So I think we're going to stay here. If the fire lands here, this paramedic will take a hit, and that's bad. So we're going to stay here, save the action point for a future turn, then run in here, grab this person, and try and get out. All right, end turn. All right. Oh, that was easy. New point of interest right there. Okay. I think we'd want to move... Okay, yeah, we can't... If I move up here, I can try and extinguish some of this fire. Like these 2 here. There's also this I want to take care of, too. Luckily, this has been pretty mild over here. Nothing really bad has happened. It's a gamble. I think this area is more important, to tell you the truth. Like, there's walls protecting this area, so I'm not really concerned about it yet. I'm going to go ahead and move the fire truck up this way. That's 2 action points. And I'm going to try and knock out some of this fire up here. Alright, deck gun. Let's see where it lands. Well, it would take out this 1 fire, and that's it. Let's try re-rolling that. No, because if I re-roll here, that'll get rid of the smoke. Re-roll here gets rid of this. Okay, so I'd have a... Alright, let's re-roll. Fine. Ugh. That was the worst spot. That was the 1 and 4 that I did not want. Alright, well, we have to... There's no point. We'll just fire the deck gun. RNG. Why you do this to me? Oh no. Oh no! Ugh. Okay. So, yeah, that happened. Smoke occurred, then fire, and then explosion. So now we need to get the fire truck back over here. Okay. We have a new point of interest now. We have the imaging technician, but we don't need to really... Yeah, let's just move onto that spot. Alright, we got a new person there. Let's go ahead and identify what this one is. Alright, another one. Okay, we should drag them out, I think. We need to start rescuing... These embers are becoming so many. We need to... This is going to escalate very quickly. So we're going to... Yeah, we're going to drag these guys out. Alright, firefighter. Let's use a free one to extinguish this. Let's move here to pick this person up. And we're out of action points. No way to we have 2 of these free ones that we can't use. There's nothing to extinguish in our surrounding areas. So I guess we have to end our turn. Oh, right then. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. This paramedic is kind of screwed where he is. I mean, we can move this gurney. Let's go ahead and move the gurney over here, because that's where we're going to be heading. The imaging technician goes before this firefighter, so I'm going to go ahead and actually move the gurney over this way. Yeah, I guess that would be the way to go. And we'll ride with it. All right, that's all 4 actions. It's pretty bad. Oh, we've got 1 extra. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move in. Yeah, let's get closer to the door. No. This turned bad very, very quickly. Okay, let's use our deck gun and try and knock out some of this fire. That's not bad. Alright, we're gonna do that. That's 2 spots. I'll take it. And I'd want to move over here, I think. No, Controlling this fire over here would be great. Yeah, I'm gonna move it back over here. I spend more time driving the truck around than actually putting out fires. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, imaging technician, let's get you out of the building. Oh. Oh, man, they're landing on all those embers. A new point of interest there. They're gonna die. I can tell you that right now, they're gonna die. Alright, can we get out? Move here. Let's take free extinguish actions. 1, 2. We're gonna have to use... Oh, we're out of action points. Okay, so we're just gonna save it for the next turn. And there's someone here, too. So that would be... It's 1, 2... That would be 2 more. We would need to rescue 7 total, I think. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Okay, with the paramedic, we want to move the gurney over here. So we're going to do that. And who's going to go with it? I could send both. I'll leave one here just in case. This hazardous material could explode, or another point of interest could spawn here. So I might want to keep one of these guys here. I guess, yeah, the imaging technician, I guess, can stay behind and maybe keep things under control in this quadrant. All right, ride. Okay, we have 2 action points left. Let's get in there. Try and rescue this person. Alright, let's use our deck gun and try and save this person, if that is a person. It could be a false alarm, too, we don't know. Perfect. Beautiful. Done. Okay, I wouldn't mind extinguishing this. Beautiful. Alright. That was actually really good RNG. Alright. Although those embers, though. Oh! Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna identify this point of interest, see what it is. Good. There's another person. Okay, so... With the imaging technician, let's get in here and extinguish what we can. Let's get rid of that. No! Oh, okay. Whew. That was close. Oh, embers. Okay. Let's get you out. Another one rescued. I should have used my free extinguish on that spot. I really should have. Alright, end turn. Another point of interest there. Paramedic. Let's treat you. And let's lead you out. Okay, hopefully one of them is... Okay, we might want to head over here and start extinguishing some of this fire. So I'm going to drive the truck over here. And hopefully we can get this under control. This is ridiculous. Alright, come on. Oh, that was the worst spot. Alright, re-roll. Horizontal. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, re-roll vertical. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I'd call that a successful... okay, this imaging technician is going to die if he stays here. Let's identify what these are. Actually, you know what? Let's just... We're gonna go to one of these anyway. Let's just walk to them. Alright, false alarm. Let's identify what this is. Another false alarm. Okay, well that stunk. So we have to wait for new points of interest to pop up. So I'm going to stay right here with the imaging technician. Save my point for next turn. Alright, ooh. There's one there and... Okay. So... I'd love to get over there and see what that is. So with the firefighter... with this guy, we need to extinguish this smoke. We cannot let these two hazardous things blow up. That would be extremely bad. Alright, we've got no more action points. Alright, end turn. Okay. Paramedic. Let's get... I'm gonna take a chance. I mean, this could be nobody, but if we can get the gurney over there, that would be awesome. Actually, you know what? We know that there's someone here. Let's get the gurney over here first. And we're gonna ride along with it. Alright, and we'll spend 2 action points to move toward this guy. Oh! Explosion. 1 dead. That would have been... Okay, so I guess we gotta do this whole thing again. Alright, deck gun. Like I said, this game is tough. Alright, re-roll horizontal here. Alright, re-roll vertical. Now, here's the thing. If it lands here, then it's a waste. If it lands here, then it would take out... Alright, let's fire the deck gun here. We'll get rid of that there. And... I could probably... If I can make it land... doors shut. Tough decision. We should... I'm thinking maybe we move over here and work on this fire. But the point of interest is over here. So I'm tempted to fire the deck gun again and maybe knock out some of this fire. But it would be more ideal to knock these out, because those will cause huge explosions. Alright, let's do that. We'll come over here. Alright then. Great, that's wonderful. Okay. So let's just walk here and see what this is. Come on, people. Where are you at? Alright, so with the imaging technician, there's not much for me to do. I'm going to go ahead and start extinguishing little bits of smoke there. Let's go ahead and extinguish this. I think that was a mistake, because now I can't use this deck gun. Oh, I hate that roll. I always miss that rule. Okay, well, this guy is right here, actually. If we can save, I think, 2 more people, we win. So I'm just going to see what these are. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nice. Alright, we're going to use our free extinguish action. Actually, might as well just put them out. Oh boy, that's bad. That's really bad. All right, we need to get our guy out of here. Treat. All right, lead. All right, driver. Unfortunately, we can't use the deck gun here because stupid me put this guy here. We may want to come back over here and try and put out more of this fire. Yes, I know, I make a ton of mistakes doing this. That's so wasteful of action points. So I'm aware. But I keep forgetting about that rule. No? No, oh, come on. Alright, let's do this. Let's get rid of this smoke. Alright, well, that's fine. I suppose. Not what I wanted. Okay. Wonderful. Alright, imaging technician, what are you? It's a person. Well, I'm tempted to just try and take this guy and run out the right door here. Like, I'm just gonna say, you know what, screw this area. Like, this area is just gone. Let's get him... Pick him up. And we'll extinguish this while we can. No! Ah! The stupid hazmat! Oh... I was so close. Oh my god. That sucked. Okay, well. The firefighter, where are we at? Oh, that sucked. Well, we still have 2 people. If we can get them out here. So we really need... Alright, this guy just needs to run interference, get rid of this smoke. What else can he do? He can't... Alright, fine. And... I guess I'll save my action point for the next round? Is this door not open? Oh, it's open the door for this guy. He's got to get out that way. There's no other way to do it. Alright. That's that. Oh boy. Alright, paramedic. Lead him out. Alright, that's... Okay, so we're good there. Now it's just this guy. If we can rescue him, I think we've got a chance. But getting this guy over here is going to be tough. Alright, let's just move to this spot. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely! Okay. No problems here. We're fine. Now, we can't use the deck gun here because this guy's in the way. We may want to bring the truck over here and try get rid of some of this fire. So let's do that. We have one exit. One exit that's working at the moment. We have to... Oh, I can't use it over here anyway either because this guy's in the way. Oh, that sucks. I guess... Like, all the quadrants have people in it. Unless I go down here, but that would be a waste. That would be a waste. Maybe he should go on foot and just start maybe trying to extinguish as many fires as possible, helping this guy get out. That's the only thing I can think of at this point in time. It's either that or try and extinguish some of these fires so that they don't cause too much building damage. Because if the building takes too much damage, it's game over. So, alright, let's just... Oh, I didn't want to move that gurney! Stupid clicking! This is why I want an undo button. I'm just saying. Alright. We gotta move him out this door. This is so bad. This is so bad. Alright, the paramedic is next. Let's get the gurney back over here where it should be, first off. Let's extinguish this. Let's move here. And run interference as much as possible. We gotta try and get this guy out. Alright, end turn. Alright, we got lucky there. Paramedic. I'm hoping we can treat him. Beautiful. Alright, that would take 3. Can we lead him for free? If we can, then... Alright. That was crazy. Ugh. Mistakes were made, but yeah, again, this game is extremely tough. Fires Dow's 13, as he should. The paramedic saved my skin. I think that paramedic won the game for us. The deck operator was kind of good. I think in the beginning we were really good, but then because of all those different embers spawning on the map, it turned bad because the dice just kept re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling, and sometimes you get bad RNG and fires. Like you saw that one spot blew up half the house because of that stupid hazmat area. Alright. Alright, guys. Well, there you go. Flashpoint Fire Rescue. I'll probably stream later today. Or maybe afternoon or something like that. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.